Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the films that made an impact on the real world, either through their content, their success, and/or their filmmaking. However, we won't be including any documentaries.
When there is more carbon dioxide, the temperature gets warmer because it traps more heat from the sun inside.
Number 10, Victim.
If I hear from you again, I shall inform the police. Do you understand? That's absolutely final.
Bringing issues facing the gay community to the attention of the public often proves challenging. Although Philadelphia did an admirable job illustrating the effects of the AIDS crisis, we'd like to highlight an earlier film. At the time of the release of Victim, being gay was literally a crime in Great Britain.
You're crazy, Mr. Farr. You're not thinking of...
Stone, are you going to help me or not?
Okay, I'll listen around. I'd like to get him too.
The film depicts several gay men who are victims of blackmail schemes and the links they're driven to keep their secret. Although quite controversial upon its release, some have credited it with influencing the repeal of the law criminalizing LGBTQIA+ behavior.
Is this some sort of a joke? Would you tell me how you paid?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do.
Number 9, Idiocracy.
Excuse me. I think this might be Gatorade or something. I was just looking for some regular water.
Water?
Yeah.
You mean like in the toilet? What for?
This cult satirical film sees a man awaken in a future where a populist former TV star president runs a country where anti-intellectualism has the people trusting more in conspiracies and half-baked ideas than facts. Do you see where we're going with this?
What's the minus of 30 and 20?
It's 80, Frito. It's $80 billion. That's a mighty big minus, isn't it?
Yeah, I like money though.
Many critics, even the film's creators, have drawn parallels between the events of the film and modern American politics, particularly the presidency of Donald Trump. Did this movie predict the future, or did it create it? Well, Trump doesn't strike us as a Mike Judge fan.
He's gonna fix everything. I give you my word as president.
Number 8, Battleship Potemkin. A Soviet-Russian film about the revolt aboard the titular vessel, Battleship Potemkin is often counted among the greatest films ever made. While it was intended as a piece of propaganda, the film's greatest influence is on filmmaking as a whole. The movie's use of editing to convey themes and emotions was revolutionary for its time. Likewise, it was among the first films to make use of montages. The Odessa Steps sequence in particular is often paid homage to in many popular films. It may not have gotten everyone to join the revolution as intended, but Battleship Potemkin still caused quite the revolution in filmmaking. Number 7, V for Vendetta.
I can assure you I mean you no harm.
Who are you?
Who is but the form following the function of what, and what I am is a man in a mask.
Well, I can see that.
Comic book movies have made their mark on the world, to be sure, yet this one did so in a way unlike any other. The story of a masked freedom fighter rebelling against a totalitarian regime in an alternate Britain, V for Vendetta inspired some real-world political action. The hacker activist community Anonymous has made waves worldwide with cyber attacks.
It appears that unforeseen circumstances have accelerated my original plan. As a result, I'm in need of someone with some theatrical skill.
I'll do my best.
I believe you will.
During their rare in-person demonstrations and in footage, the group wears the same Guy Fawkes mask worn by V in the film. Much like the protagonist who inspired their look, whether you consider Anonymous heroes or villains probably depends on your point of view.
Now, what you have are bullets, and the hope that when your guns are empty, I'm no longer standing, because if I am, you'll all be dead before you've reloaded.
Number 6, Jaws. It's not often a movie has as big an impact as Jaws. The film about the hunt for a deadly man-eating shark led to real-life repercussions, both for sharks and the film industry. Shark hunting skyrocketed following the film, leading to thousands being killed worldwide. Likewise, fear of the ocean certainly increased after its debut.
The left arm, head, shoulders, sternum, and portions of the rib cage are intact. Do not smoke in here, thank you very much.
Jaws is also often regarded as the first major summer blockbuster. Its effects on the film industry include everything from how movies are marketed to their production, and it's basically responsible for the current model of big-budget filmmaking that persists today. Jaws showed everyone that a bigger boat was not only possible, but very profitable.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Number 5. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
We'll clean the house and surprise them. Then maybe they'll let me stay.
Walt Disney already had a big effect on the world of cartoons with the influential debut of Mickey Mouse. However, the animator's feature film debut, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, changed everything. Adjusted for inflation, it is still the highest-grossing animated film.
Magic mirror on the wall, who is the fairest one of all?
Famed is thy beauty, Majesty, but hold.
Through its box office success and further merchandising, Snow White helped Disney develop into a major animation studio and put out subsequent animated films. Furthermore, because it was such a success, Disney has been able to become a multimedia empire whose influence extends across the planet. Hi-ho, hi-ho, Disney sure struck gold.
Hi-ho, 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 it's home from earth we go.
Number 4. Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
The cultural impact of Star Wars is truly immeasurable. Like Jaws before it, Star Wars was one of the first major blockbusters and set box office records for the time. It marked a revolution in special effects, showing filmmakers that technology could innovate new stories to tell. Likewise, Star Wars also marked a turning point for merchandising, as sales of toys and other tie-in items proved immensely profitable.
I think my uncle knows him. He said he was dead.
Oh, he's not dead. Not yet.
You know him?
Well, of course I know him. He's me.
The original film launched a massive franchise that continues today and whose references are so pervasive in popular culture worldwide that its influence can be found everywhere, from film to religion to politics. Star Wars will be with us, always.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Number 3. Schindler's List.
There will be generations because of what you did.
I didn't do enough.
You did so much.
A film that depicts the efforts of a German industrialist to save the lives of Jewish victims of the Holocaust by employing them in his factories. Schindler's List was a critical and commercial success, to be sure, but its larger impact on the world is in its unflinching portrayal of the Holocaust in a popular medium. The systemic mass murder of Jews and other minority groups by the Nazis is an event that some people and countries even refuse to acknowledge took place. Director Steven Spielberg even founded the Shoah Foundation, an organization dedicated to documenting the stories of Holocaust survivors, ensuring that the truth of their experiences survives.
There's been 2 people. This is gold. 2 more people.
Number 2. The Birth of a Nation. Sometimes movies change the world for the better and for the worse. The Birth of a Nation is a technically impressive film, which revolutionized the way movies are made, innovating techniques like fade-outs and close-ups to completely change cinematography. Additionally, it remains one of the most successful films financially adjusted for inflation. However, it's also extremely racist propaganda. It was largely responsible for the resurgence of the Ku Klux Klan, who are portrayed as heroic in the film. The Birth of a Nation may have birthed many impressive new ways to shoot films, but at the same time, it also increased rampant racism both upon its release and continuing to today, as the KKK often screens the film. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. JFK influenced the declassification of documents related to the assassination.
Does a simple argument over a phone bill sound like a believable explanation to you?
There's more to it than that.
How much more?
I don't think I should talk about it.
XMen paved the way for the resurgence of superhero movies.
Why don't you just use it to find Magneto?
I've been trying, but he seems to have found some way to shield himself from it.
How would he know how to do that?
Because he helped me build it.
Jurassic Park influenced genetic studies and our collective obsession with dinosaurs.
Our scientists have done things which nobody's ever done before.
Yeah, but your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into Settings and switch on your notifications. Number 1. 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
As a landmark science fiction film, 2001: A Space Odyssey pioneered special effects, filmmaking, and plenty of other achievements through its grand and often surreal storytelling. But even more than its technical achievements are the pieces of technology the filmmakers imagined.
Welcome to voice print identification. When you see the red light go on, would you please state in the following order your destination, your nationality, and your full name.
Although things like moon bases or voyages to Jupiter don't yet exist, smaller scale devices like tablets, flat-screen televisions, and video calling are showcased fairly accurately. 2001 dreamed big, and while we didn't get some of these technologies by the real first year of the new millennium, the film still had us aiming for the stars.
I'll go in through the emergency airlock.
Without your space helmet, Dave, we're going to find that rather difficult.
Is there a world-altering movie whose presence would have altered our list? Change our worlds by telling us your picks in the comments.
You're implying that a group composed entirely of female animals will breed?
No, I'm simply saying that life, finds a way.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.